Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am very excited to share with you another huge Laserdisc haul. Now I'm just going to jump right into the video and not even do a little intro or anything because I am very curious on actually what is all in these boxes. If you've been following this channel for a little bit, you'll know that I absolutely love Laserdiscs. And you would have known that I did a pretty decent sized Laserdisc haul not too long ago Actually, it was a couple months ago, and I ended up driving from the Akron, Ohio area to Grand Rapids, Michigan. That was about a 6-hour trip to get those Laserdiscs, and this one I ended up going down towards the Columbus area to pick up these, and I am very, very excited. It wasn't as many Laserdiscs as the previous trip, and thankfully it was only a total of a 4-hour trip and not a 6-hour trip. But yeah, I am very excited to dive into these. I've already seen a few photos of what is included. There are some Criterion, some I don't know, foreign films and silent films and all the kinds of things that I'm really looking for when it comes to Laserdiscs. And so, yeah, I'm just going to dive right in because there's 5 boxes here. And yeah, it's I'm excited. One thing that I'll add before I dive into this, the particular seller that I got this off, I got this from a Facebook Marketplace, and he was showing me that, you know, this is the lot that's for sale, and he's like, you know, if you're a fan of Laserdisc, let me take you into my the next storage unit over, and which he also was renting, and so he opened it up, and it was just you know, I don't even know how many boxes. There had to be, I don't know, 30, 40 boxes, you know, as tall as me, stacked up, double layered, just the whole perimeter of the room filled with Laserdiscs. And so, I mean, there probably had to be maybe, I don't know, 2,000-3,000 Laserdiscs total. That's just guessing, but he ended up buying someone's collection that they were really into the Laserdisc world. And so, you know, I'm very, very curious on what else was in that room, but those are ones that he has not gotten a chance to go through yet. So there might be another Laserdisc haul sometime in the future. But for now, let's find out what I actually have in here. I am very, very excited. But I'm just going to start with this box over here and just kind of work my way around. There's a couple boxes. There's a box here. There's kind of 2 over here that are out of frame. There's this one, and this one. Let's see. First title, we have Cinderella. So know nothing about it, but I'm going to basically just go through these as quickly as possible without actually, maybe not even saying the titles to all of these, because there's a lot to go through here. And I don't want this video to be a million hours long, but this is, yeah, brand new. I think I already have this one, so this will be going in a to-go pile. So there'll be definitely a few here that I already have within my collection, but he also had a box of like opera discs that, it's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this type of packaging for a Laserdisc. He had a bunch of like opera discs. This is a very interesting packaging that he offered to me to buy, but I ended up passing on them because 1, I'm not really into opera all that much, and 2, you know, he's probably, you know, it's not really my type of film at this point, is music discs. And so I have a few concert music discs, but not really my thing. Let's see. Some of these films I've not even heard of. Color of Night. I've not even heard of some of these. So I'm trying to like also like look at the discs myself before showing them on camera, but let's do it this way. The Green Man, interesting. This looks like a ballet disc. Always love these cinema disc collection titles with like the gold Laserdisc here and like the blue, I guess, banner across the top. Let's see, Common Bounds, interesting. Second chorus. Let's see, First Night. Fire Over England. Interesting. Hallmark. I didn't know they put Hallmark films on Laserdisc. That's interesting. Fools Full of Fortune. There's one specific title in here that I'm very excited to own. This looks like a ballet. Interesting. Some of these, I might maybe pass on some of these ballet discs, because again, not really my thing, but let's see. Where the Boys Are. Some Monty Python. Bar Girls. Let's see. The Three Worlds of Gulliver. Interesting. I'm not familiar with this film at all. I didn't know they made multiple different versions of Gulliver's Travels. It's interesting. I also have a ton of these that I would probably, here's another one, I might have duplicates of some of these. But let's see, The Young Lions. Got some Best Picture winners, or a Best Picture winner here is The Greatest Show on Earth. Pretty much the same story as The Greatest Showman. I think, honestly, though, I kind of prefer this one more. It's a pretty solid film. This was actually my first ever Laserdisc that I got. Was this film, and that is The Hunt for Red October. I definitely remember overpaying for this. I think I bought this for $8 when I first started collecting Laserdisc. Before I really knew, you know, what was worth money and what wasn't, and what was common, and that was years and years and years ago. But this looks like some old Western. And these I always find interesting. These are like Japanese Laserdiscs. So these are this is stuff that would have been sold overseas, which I think is awesome to have. I think that's so cool. Interesting. This looks almost like an experimental movie. I have no idea. Literally no idea what this is. Three of Hearts. We have a Spanish film here. is Dark Habits. Yeah, this looks like it's a Spanish movie. Another maybe Western. This is actually in the Criterion collection. This is a Louis Buñuel film, which actually have the Blu-ray. But let's see, When Father Was Away on Business. Okay, so that's the first box. These aren't like them being in these boxes. They're not as packed as the last Laserdisc lot I got. So there's not going to be as many discs per box, but I'm going to try keep it semi-organized. Oh yeah, I love these silent classics films. I think these are so cool to have. Women in Love. See, The Women. Houseboat. I feel like I've heard of this film, maybe. More Laurel and Hardy. I have a ton of these discs. I wonder how many they made. Some of these, I've never heard of this. Like, I'm kind of confused, which is good. I mean, a lot of these, you know, it's always a risk when you are buying a large quantity of films that you're just going to be buying a bunch of, like, you know, run-of-the-mill titles that everyone's heard of, but, you know, are not that popular. I mean, Wizard of Oz, which I guess is obviously a popular film, but I don't think I have a copy of that on Laserdisc. But I'm always happy when I come across discs like this, this is stuff I don't think I've ever heard of this film, Forefathers, but that's exactly the kind of stuff I'm looking for to add to my collection. I mean, even Spiders, which I believe I already have. This is Fitz Lang, I believe. Maybe? Yes, Fitz Lang. We have Spies, also Fitz Lang. Howard's End. So I'm going through this kind of fast. I'm like too excited to see all what I have here. Scent of a Woman. The Client. Abraham Lincoln by D.W. Griffith. Let's see. Rod Stewart. This looks like a live performance by Rod Stewart. I've never heard of that. Getting It Right. Keanu Reeves, interesting. So it's fun coming across older Keanu Reeves titles, especially if I've never heard of the title before. But I believe I have this on VHS, but A King in New York and a Woman of Paris. Chaplin. This is a Charlie Chaplin movie. Huh. I've never heard of that. That's interesting. More Laurel and Hardy. And it's amazing because all of these are in absolutely excellent condition. I kind of looked through a few of them, but let's see, Blow Up, a fantastic film, and another copy. 2 copies of Blow Up. It's fun. Yeah, whoever the collector was before this guy, definitely took very, very good care of these. The covered wagon. So I am very excited because it is always kind of scary to drive to drive 2 hours one way, hoping that everything is actually like they say and it's actually going to be in good condition. But I am amazed so far of just the actual outside artwork condition. These look like they're brand new, basically. The Boy's Life. This might be another concert. Yeah, another concert. Ooh, we have some Woody Allen with Radio Days. It's one that I've actually have not seen yet. We have Hoosiers. One of the few sports movies I've actually seen. See, a double feature here. Howard's End, so I have 2 copies of Howard's End. Then I have 2 copies of this as well. Let's see, I'll show it this way. Looks like a musical. Another double feature here. Burt Lancaster. Interesting. Holiday. We have Casanova's Big Night. This is Woody Allen as well. The front. Starring Woody Allen. Yeah, so this is him acting. Interesting. I don't have too many films like that are not Woody Allen that he's like acting in. But this looks like a German, yes, a German film. So I apologize for going quickly through these. Let's see, China Moon. Let's see, Rock Adventure. No, this looks fascinating. Literally no idea, but interesting. This is one that I saw when I was there that he pointed out that I already have this movie on DVD and VHS. However, I'm definitely going to keep this simply because of the artwork. I think I absolutely love it. That's the movie Wolf. It's definitely a Japanese laserdisc of the film. And I mean, it's absolutely cool. I love it. It looks so cool. Let's see, From the Hip. I had this on VHS years ago. I don't know if I still have it or not. The Hunter. The Hurricane. Fascinating. Sorry, I'm literally discovering what is in these boxes along with you, so I apologize if I am not exactly reading off all the titles. It's more of just, I'm also trying to figure out what some of these movies are. But see, that's it for box number 2. On to box number 3, which I might have to maybe move some stuff around. Okay, This is missing its disc, which is unfortunate, but although definitely there's a movie, same movie with Keanu Reeves, but this is just the sleeve, so I'll set that aside. Yours, Mine, and Ours. This is the original film. Another copy of this. This is a German film again. Let's see. What film are you? In German. Yes, another German film. Again, I absolutely love all of these cinema discs. I think it's fantastic. This is a French film. I feel like it's like the closest thing besides Criterion within Laserdisc. It's the closest thing to Criterion. Interesting. This looks like a maybe educational disc. Yeah, fascinating. Call It Home. Wow, some of this stuff, I'm like, I have no idea what it is. I don't know if it's a movie, educational thing. Like, I know it's 16 millimeter a lot of the times. That might have been like used for like classroom, like educational films. And so, I have a lot of those where it's, let's see, the Hindenburg, where I have like films that would be like driver's school or, how to do this task within this business. So it's interesting to see some of that kind of like transfer over onto a Laserdisc as well. Let's see, what is this? I have a Disco Vision film of the Hindenburg as well, which I know Disco Vision is technically different. I think it might have been higher resolution if I'm not mistaken, but I have a couple of those in my collection. See, Panic in the Streets. This is a film that I've owned on Blu-ray for years, and I just have not gotten around to watching it. I've heard good things. I just need to actually watch it. I believe I have this film already. I cannot remember, though. I feel like I do. I think this is a French film, maybe? I cannot remember. I'll have to look later. More Pasolini films. Absolutely love Pasolini. I think he's a very interesting director with a tragic history behind his how he passed away. It's very unfortunate, but yeah, I have the Pasolini box set within my Criterion collection. But there's this. It looks like maybe a dance, some kind of live performance, dance, ballet title. See, History is Made at Night. It's another, I think I have another copy. There was a copy earlier in the video for that. His Girl Friday, another film I've never seen, but I know it's a pretty big title. High Anxiety. This is a Mel Brooks title. Again, I've not seen this. I have it. I own it in a box set, but I've not actually gotten around to watching it. High School Confidential. I feel like I've heard about this film, but I've do not own it, or I have not seen it. So, The Plague, interesting. Another copy of His Girl Friday. Hero, which I feel like I already have that one as well. All About Eve, which is another Best Picture winner. I feel like, yeah, this is a John Wayne. I think I own this on a VHS, but All Quiet on the Western Front, another Best Picture winner. Early Best Picture winner, I should say. It's Alice Adams. Jane Austen's. Huh. I also feel like I might have this one. I cannot remember. I'm usually pretty good about remembering what I have, but ooh, this is something I do not have, and I was not anticipating on seeing. This is a non-spine numbered Criterion title. I was not anticipating seeing this in this collection. I did not know that this was in here. So this is a Janus Films Criterion non-spine numbered title, and they didn't make a ton of non-spine numbered Laserdiscs, and so that's very exciting to have that. The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes. Night Train to Munich. It's another title that I've heard about, but I do not own, nor have I seen it. Assassins. Okay, I love it when the camera stops recording there, but this is one that I got in my last Criterion haul, I guess, the last batch of, I guess, Laserdiscs. And this is a Criterion Television Classic, and that's I Love Lucy. It's non-spine numbered, but yes, it's fun having another copy of that. And I have The Unbearable Lightness of Being, another Criterion title. It's early spine number for within the DVDs, but this is like in perfect condition. Yeah, it's absolutely just, yeah, it's wonderful condition. Emma. This National Geographic. It's interesting. I didn't know they put out things on a Laserdisc. You have Oliver Twist on Criterion Laserdisc. Deep Cover. Bad Company. Deep Red, not the Dario Argento version, but which would have been really cool to have a Dario Argento Laserdisc, but they were sticking together. Oh no, they're not sticking together, they're just in the same package. It's odd. Okay, well, I'll have to open this up. It looks like it's like a, you know, like they sold two Laserdiscs together, but I'll open that up later. Another like musical, probably from the 50s, maybe? 46, yes, so late 40s. I guess it's mid 40s. Interesting. It's like stuff like this, I have no idea what it is. So I'm excited to pop that in. Let's see, Penguin World. Again, like, is this a nature documentary, I'm assuming? We have here Great Expectations, Criterion Laserdisc. Honestly, more Criterion than I was anticipating. I saw a few in the photos, but let's see, French Can-Can. Criterion Laserdisc. But I'm very excited when there's multiple Criterion here. Oh, I have 2 copies of this. So it's a Western. And a double feature here. And the last one of box number 3, The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp, which is a Criterion Laserdisc as well. On to box number 4. Let's see, For Whom the Bells Tolls. I think I had that on VHS as well. Clint Eastwood film. Contact, which is a fantastic film by Robert Zemeckis. On the Beach, which I believe I just bought this not too long ago on DVD. More Laurel and Hardy. Oh, then I have 2 copies of this film. So I'll have to go through and separate all the duplicates, which will take some time, but Were No Angels. The Dressmaker. Dress to Kill. This is not the Brian De Palma version. This is, let's see, from 1946. So I'm assuming similar story, but Mistress. Foolish Wives, which again, I think I have a copy of this, but this one's brand new, factory sealed, which is awesome. Isn't Life Wonderful? Another brand new factory sealed title. Has Betty Davis in it. That's fun. Mutiny on the Bounty, which is another Best Picture winner, I believe. I'm like 90% sure. Private Lessons, which I think I already have this on Laserdisc. Then we have here another Criterion title. As You May, or As You Like It. Dead of Night. I think there was a more like a special edition of this film already that popped up, but let's see, another John Wayne film. That's one aspect or one area of film that I feel like I am not super familiar with, which is John Wayne titles, which I need to watch more westerns. But speaking of westerns, here's another one that's, I believe I already own on Laserdisc. I think this is a western. Maybe not a western, maybe it's a war film. It definitely looks like it's a war film. But let's see, Picture Perfect. The Nutcracker. This is, I think I have this on VHS, I believe. A Night to Remember. Night and Day. The More the Merrier. Laser Optics 2, the Future of Home Entertainment. I have no idea. I'm assuming this might be like a Laserdisc, like advertisement disc, I guess, which is kind of fun. Let's see, Wrestling Ernest Hemingway. The River Wild. It's exciting because like a lot of these too, like The River Wild, I have this on VHS, and I'll be getting rid of the VHS to keep the Laserdisc because it's just better quality, and I think it takes up less space than a VHS. At least they can, like, you know, it looks more like vinyl instead of like, because like a VHS takes up a decent amount of shelf space. But we have here Ham on Rye, which is a Porky Pig movie. We have A Man of No Importance. Oh, these are fun. Okay, so there's a couple of old, like, Disney's Best, 1931 to 1948. That's fun. And I have Sport Goofy. So, some old Disney cartoons on Laserdisc. Anna. Yeah. Anna. The Bridge. I feel like I've heard of this movie, but I cannot remember if I don't know if I have or not. And I definitely have this one already. We have a Universal monster movie, which is The Mummy, which I don't think I have. I don't think I have The Mummy. I have a Frankenstein and like the Wolfman, I believe, on Laserdisc, but I don't have The Mummy. My Darling Clementine, which is another film that I've heard about but I've not seen, or I do not own it. But Pop Goes the Comic, silent film. Looks like it's maybe from one of the Marx Brothers, which is cool. Mr. Robinson Crusoe. 1932. Yeah, no idea. See, another copy of Hoosiers. Some more silent black and white stuff, which is kind of some of my more favorites within Laserdisc world, but see, so Burt Reynolds film. Hopper. Sorry, I was reading the back. Yeah, I've not heard of this. Sparrows. It's another black and white silent film, I'm assuming. Maybe it's not silent, it's black and white, at least. But oh, I guess silent classic, so it is silent. Little Annie Rooney. Another copy of Dress to Kill. It's different artwork. More Laurel and Hardy. My Foolish Heart. And another copy of My Foolish Heart. And I believe I have this one as well. This one I got in my last Laserdisc lot. And this is the last one of box number 4. So now on to the last box of all of this, because it was there was definitely quite a bit. And in this box in particular, in the photos, there's one title that I'm excited to talk about, which I already see here, and I'm not going to just skip to it because that's the one that really caught my eye. And usually when I guess I'll do a quick break of going through these, but so usually when I'm looking at a whole lot of movies, especially if it's someone selling like a full like lot, and in some of the photos you can't quite tell all what is in what they're selling. I usually try to look for, you know, if one or two titles catch my eye, such as like a Criterion or a film that I know the average consumer would probably not be having in their collection. That usually indicates that there might be more to the collection. For example, a few years ago, I was just scrolling on Facebook and I came across someone was selling like 2 or 3 boxes of DVDs, but not showing the titles of the DVDs. But one of the titles that I did see was the film Kids, and I know that's not technically a title that a lot of like your average viewer would be watching, nor would they have that in their collection. I'm sure it could happen, but it's not one that's, you know, isn't like a run-of-the-mill title that, you know, most people would have in their collection. And so that is like, that prompted me to kind of seeking out what is in their collection, and I'm very glad that I did, because that was one of the best buys that I bought. And there was a ton of horror titles and a ton of interesting films that, you know, you wouldn't just get in like a, you know, a random garage sale or anything like that. But that's besides the point. But there's a film in here that kind of caught my eye, and I'm glad that it did, because a lot of stuff in here so far is not your run-of-the-mill stuff. I mean, unlike this, which is Hook, but I am very happy with a lot of the stuff that I've come across. But let's see, this is The Prince and the Showgirl. This has Marilyn Monroe in it. I don't have a ton of Marilyn Monroe titles in my collection, but here's another copy. Homicide. Home Movies. Has Kirk Douglas in it. Let's see, Homework. Home of the Brave. Looks like a war film from 1949. This title is in Japanese, and so I do not know what it is, but I'll just show the cover here. It looks like maybe a compilation of like a specific director's work, but all the back is also in Japanese. So, oh, here's the discs to this film that I set aside earlier. Okay, cool. Here's this one. This is another one that is in Japanese, but this looks like it's an Orson Welles film, Crimes at Midnight, which I have on the Criterion DVD, but there's Japanese writing all over, even on the spine of this one, and this is a fantastic edition. It looks like, I love the black and white. So, yeah, Crimes at Midnight. A Christmas Carol. And this, let's see. This looks almost like a stand-up show, maybe. Kissing a Fool. Brand new, factory sealed. And we have here Jazzercise. So this is definitely one that's I won't be using, but Still of the Night. Oh, that's amazing. Blowout, which is a fantastic Brian De Palma film. Highly, highly recommend seeing that if you've not watched that already. In Which We Serve. This is a Criterion Collection title. Let's see, I'm going to save that one for the last, because the next one technically is the title that I got really excited about seeing in here. So I'm going to start from this end. We have this one here. Small Town Girl. The Federico Fellini's Juliet of the Spirits. It's a fantastic film. It's also in the Criterion collection. Europe. I have no idea what this is about, but it seems interesting. The Z-Man. Down Among the Z-Men. Never heard of it. Backbeat. Deadly Advice. Interesting. Some of these, like, I mean, I've never heard of this film, but it feels like it should have been one that I have, like a bigger, I don't know, it seems like a big film, if that makes sense. But I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of these that I've never heard of. The Dawning. The Border. Let's see, Lady Sings the Blues. Yeah. An Awful Big Adventure. Death in Venice, which this also is a Japanese edition, or a Japanese release rather, of the film. Almost there. The Professionals. I feel like I've maybe heard of this. I'm not sure. Cold Comfort Farm. See another copy of the film Europe. See Those Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machines. Interesting. Two Jacks, which I think is technically the sequel to Chinatown, if I'm not mistaken. It's one that I've actually not seen. And yet another copy of the film Europe. The Sundowners. Brand new factory sealed. I want to say I have this one. I'm not sure though. This is another Criterion, probably the last Criterion of this lot, but that is the film The Golden Coach. Actually, I just watched this the other night, so that's kind of fun. We have a line in, or in the Line of Fire. Oh. We have two copies here of Little Women, which is another one I've never actually sat down and watched. Oh, I'm sorry, one more Criterion here. This is The Graduate. This cover is a little beat up, which is a little unfortunate, but this is the gatefold version of it, so it's kind of fun. And then we have a Angel Baby. And the last film of all of these, this is the one that caught my eye originally when I was looking at these photos. This is a movie that there's a Blu-ray out there and there's a DVD. I believe they are both Region B. I don't know if it's ever been released in the States as Region A, and which isn't necessarily a problem for me because I have a region-free player. However, if you want to get the Blu-ray, it is a very, very expensive Blu-ray. And this Laserdisc alone, this disc is, I don't know, $40, I think, usually on eBay. But this is a Peter Greenaway film, and here's the film. Yeah, I am very excited because this is one that I would love to see. I really enjoy Peter Greenaway's work. I feel like he is a very interesting director. If you watch a lot of my videos, you'll know that he is in my favorite directors section. And I don't have a ton of his movies. I think I only have 3. And but all 3 that I have seen, I really, really like. So I'm excited to check this out. But that is all of the titles that I picked up. So there were a few duplicates in here, but I don't think I have any of the Criterion titles that I came across. So all of the Criterion are all going to be brand new to the collection, which is exciting. And yeah, I'm excited to see some of these, to actually sit down and watch some of these. I'm excited that it's not just your run-of-the-mill titles that's, you know, I see everywhere I go. It makes me very curious what else this guy had in his storage unit, because he had literally thousands of Laserdiscs, and I probably could have, you know, spent all day just looking through them. You know, I didn't want to be too nosy and ask him if I could look through boxes, because I guess what he does is he puts some on eBay, and then he will sell others that you know, he's not interested in selling on eBay on Facebook. And so yeah, I'm very curious to like what else he possibly had, because this is all really good stuff. This is all the exact type of Laserdiscs that I would like to add to my collection, whether that is silence, like black and white stuff, or foreign stuff, or Criterion, obviously, or like any of these cinema disc collection. Usually these are foreign. But yeah, or just like weird, like old, like really old stuff. I'm very curious on all that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit longer, and I apologize for not reading off every single title. I was really just trying to get through them as quickly as I possibly could. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this entire lot. So I won't actually say how much I spent in total, but I will say that it worked out to be about 38 cents a piece, which is kind of insane. I mean, it's way cheaper than the last time, which even last time when I bought the 300 Laserdiscs, that worked out to be pretty cheap as well, especially for what I got. But yeah, there was just, I mean, it was insane. I feel like I couldn't pass up a deal for 38 cents a piece on Laserdiscs, especially for Criterion mixed in and some of these other titles. And so, yeah, just I'm very excited to add these to the collection. It's going to take me literally hours to putting them away, but it will be worth it because yeah, it just a lot of good stuff, and I'm very excited to start watching some of this stuff. But yeah, let me know, guys, what you thought of everything in the comments down below. I am very curious, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.